The basic types of insulation contaminations are dry dust deposits, sand, liquid flowing contaminants, condensate water, salt deposits, salt fog, soot, fat deposits, oil products, icing. The absence of domination of one type of contamination is observed quite often. At this point, the total influence depends on the frequency, length, and intensity of impact from contamination and on the self-cleaning ability. Usually, the insulating part of extreme profile, type PSD with two winged glass part, bundle properties of aerodynamic and fog type profile is used for mixed contamination conditions. The ability of insulators of the PSD type for self-cleaning is provided by washing most of the disc surface with heavy rains by means of absence of non-drop shaped ribs. Interference for contamination by fine particles and dirt from the wind provides a uniform flow around the horizontal disc surfaces and side ribs. To maximize opportunities of the aerodynamic and fog type profiles for mixed contaminations, it is recommended applying string units with interchange of insulators of U120AD and U70BL type. With a uniform interchange of insulating parts of the aerodynamic and fog type profiles, the combination of these parts is superior to the uniform string unit of the PSD type by method of the dirt guard system. When blowing wind current with fine dirt particles, the flat disc of the aerodynamic insulator does not provide turbulent air curls above and below the surface, and contaminated particles do not settle. It is much more effective than a flat profile of insulators of the PSD type, providing only a one-sided stream, steady flow. By this method of vertical contamination settling and horizontal turbulent flow, the space between the extended vertical ribs of an insulator type of U70BL are not contaminated. The aerodynamic profile shields from water and vertical flowing contaminations, and thus the largest part of the surface of an insulator of the U70BL type and vertical ribs practically create a dry zone in a string unit. This way, configuration of the mixed type string unit prevents generation of a liquid steady flow. The distance between the wetted disc edges is extended. This provides the absence of direct conducting, away from the end fitting along the string unit. Besides the effective protection from mixed contaminations, the mixed type string unit is stable to flashover in the air, snow accretion, and icing. Apart from fighting against natural and industrial deposits, it is also important to provide protection in conditions of huge amounts of biological contaminations from birds. GIG Operation Division from Global Insulator Group compared the following string units. One type string unit of 5 insulators of PSD70E type, 2-winged insulator. Mixed type string unit of 5 insulators of aerodynamic profile U120AD and U70BL. Insulators were tested in accordance with the power frequency wet withstand voltage test. First of all, dimensions and weight were compared to the 2-winged glass part of PSD70E type, string unit of insulators with the extended protrusion of ribs of the U70BL type, and aerodynamic profile of U120AD. One type string unit of PSD 730.5 mm, mixed type string unit 730.5 mm. Total weight of insulators and string units is one type string unit of PSD 23.87 kilograms, mixed type string unit 24.44 kilograms. The difference in weight is 570 grams. Total creepage distance of insulators in string units is one type string unit of PSD 2004 mm, mixed type string unit 1937 mm. The difference in creepage distance is 7 mm for the string unit consisting of 5 insulators. Thus, one type and mixed type string units have the same spacing with little difference in weight and creepage distance. Two types of string units were tested. Test results. One type string unit, discharge voltage 225 kilovolts. Mixed type string unit, discharge voltage 266 kilovolts. One type string unit, withstand voltage for 60 seconds, 195 kilovolts. Mixed type string unit, withstand voltage for 60 seconds, 245 kilovolts. Judging from the above test results, the mixed type string unit has increased discharge properties in wet condition to 25%. Nowadays, Global Insulator Group brings into operation mixed type string units for areas with possible contaminations for some branches of the Russian National Distribution Company, OAO Roseti, for the 110 kilovolt overhead lines.